Hi guys, it's Luna and welcome back. Today we're talking about something that I saw a while ago and I didn't really get to talk about while it was prevalent, and there are kind of a little bit of, updates to what happened, and we're just gonna talk about it. It was the whole thing that was going on with what was it, Marvelous Mrs. Ladybug is the show. I haven't watched it, so I don't know the fucking name by heart. And the cast and how the voice actors weren't returning because they weren't being paid well. And then we're also going to talk about the Netflix and Crunchyroll migration. Also, we're going to be talking about voice actors and voice actors and the racism within that and that whole thing and how they're treated. That's pretty much just the overall what we're going to talk about. Now, the reason I want to talk about this first was because of the Netflix and Crunchyroll thing. Y'all know how I feel about Crunchyroll and their choices. We don't want to talk about High Guardian Spice again. We're not going to talk about that. But they merged with Funimation recently. Like I said, Netflix, I'm not sure. But probably doing, I feel like, normal stuff companies do when it comes to this. Like maybe charging a little bit more for their subscriptions or taking away like the ad-free thing. Like they're not merging for the fun of it. Their platforms may not be as profitable as they once were. But one of the things that did happen was that I believe they took away for a while. I'm not sure if they're back up or not. But they took away for a while the subtitles for a lot of the animes and things like that, or they limited them to like dog shit. Now, personally, do I think this will be profitable for them in the end? Probably. Funimation in general is one of the biggest and most popular networks for anime, and Funimation, was it You Should Be Watching or some shit? That's all I heard in my dreams at night. I love rewatching a lot of my favorite Funimation shows and things like that, so if I have to bite the bullet there and go to Crunchyroll again and to go get it, I probably won't, but I might consider it if I want to support the creators. But if I'm just like, I'm probably just gonna bootleg it. Speaking of bootlegging it, honestly, the people who bootleg it are gonna bootleg it. The people who aren't bootlegging it are probably just gonna go with the merger. It doesn't really matter. You already know the names of at least 4 bootlegging sites that you watch shit on. Let's stop pretending as if some of us are watching free old anime on YouTube. Stop it. Businesses in general just start like trying to cut costs. They start just implementing stuff randomly that will get them more money, or they think they'll be profitable for them. In the end, it kind of ends up just annoying the average viewer or annoying their audience for a while there. So like Netflix used to do that type of shit where we're just like, we didn't ask for this. We didn't want this. Please stop doing this. Like, we're not asking for any of this. This is not... You ever wonder why I don't fucking record much anymore? The 7th plane that's gone by my house is one of the reasons. That's my 7th reason. My 13th. Transitioning off of that reminded me of something of like how these companies tend to treat their employees and people like that overall. Let's be honest, Crunchyroll has not been the best when it comes to funding animes and funding cartoons, because apparently some of them aren't animes, apparently, from what some people are saying. So funding their content and really giving the budget to people we feel like would make the best use of it. The money they do gain from this is probably not going to go to people like the translators, to people like the animators, it's really probably not going to go to them. It's probably going to end up fucking it up, or they're probably going to end up being more of those corporations that end up just making it worse for these people. And then I went on to me seeing the stuff about Marvelous Mrs. Ladybug. So let's talk about that a little bit. So with that stuff, if you don't know what happened, the voice actresses, I think they're voice actors, but I saw the voice actress for one of the characters was talking about, hey, we deserve more money. You guys are making a dumb amount of money. Those companies are making stupid money. But the people who make Marvelous Ladybug were like, hey, you want to be paid a living wage? No, how would you move your character? Or we'll just replace you. You're replaceable. You're nothing. And so she made a TikTok, or I saw a TikTok. I'm not sure what all she made, but I saw her TikToks talking about it, and I was like, wow, that's scary. My point is, you take these people who deserve it, and then you treat them like shit, and think it's okay because you're making money. I'm too high for this. It just makes me irritated. I mean, irritated and mad and frustrated. And I feel like that's what's gonna start happening with Crunchyroll, especially because they make original content, and we're gonna start seeing shit like this, and it's gonna be a whole other fucking thing. Now, thankfully, from what I remember, she did say that, like, yeah, they decided to actually pay us a living fucking wage, and they gave us that boost up in our payments, and we're good now. But, like, let's be honest, if she hadn't said anything, it would have just been, like, nothing. And even going into the stuff happening with I forget the lady, I'll show you who I'm talking about. There's a black lady voicing a character from an anime, and how the racist came out again. Even those voice actors or voice actresses, like, companies should be protecting these assets to their projects at all costs. Hell, even when it came to High Guardian Spice, I told you guys, I don't like the transphobic and racist and all that shit that was happening. It's different when someone's just saying, like, I don't fucking like this shit. It's another thing when you're trying to sprinkle racism into that and, like, no, just because it's bad. No. Okay, so because something's bad doesn't mean you have to go straight racist. Call us night skins. Like, it's not that serious. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though I accept the phrase, I accept it. Especially because, like, gas prices and the price of living is going up. Their money should be going up too. And then going into it just makes you feel like I'm gonna do something, or like it's gonna matter. It's not. But yeah, honestly, this is why I prefer and feel more comfortable supporting smaller creators and more independent creators, because I know where my money is going. I know that's going to them, and if I don't want to support them anymore, I can just not support them and not feel like I'm also taking away from people that really aren't being given enough in the first place. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just going on a ramble. I did my makeup. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this. And I'm sure I didn't go super in depth like I should have and said everything I needed to, but tell me how you feel. Tell me if you're irritated with this as much as I am. Tell me if you're gonna bootleg shit or not. Don't say any bootleg sites out loud, but, like, you know. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.